hopefully without getting checkmated in the process, because they're black can play bishop f4 and rook d6 and then send the c-pawn down. Alicia, I think, should go rook d4, and she's doing the right thing here to calculate. If you make too many waiting moves, you allow white to continue tightening the screws. This is, I think, where the game is made or broken.
And thus far, it's been exceptional defense from Alicia. She had a bad position earlier. We saw she was getting squeezed. She was able to go after the white king a little bit. That made Wątka nervous. And then we see in the endgame, she is playing very accurately. She just went rook d4 check. I mean, we can see the nerves. She's shaking right now, Danya. Alicia is shaking with every single move she makes. You can see her body. It's moving.
I mean, Noterbeck was doing the same thing. You cannot sit still. You're excited. You're nervous. There's this medley of emotions, and you're trying to keep it all bottled up and keep defending. Wątka has to go forward. She has no choice. Bishop f4 check. Bang.
Okay, the white king will step up once more. And the good news for Wątka is that there's no rook d7. The bishop on f5 covers that square, so there is no forced trade of rooks. Bishop f4 check on the board. Wątka about to hit a minute herself. She is trying to find the best square for her king.
Ooh, and Alicia has built up some time reserves, but there's a trap, Robert. If you go king e6, rook d6, king f7, and c4, suddenly there's rook h8 and rook c8, and black will lose the c-pawn. I didn't see that at first.
Uh-oh. Well, that actually would be terrible for black. Objectively, still holdable position, but you start to feel extra concerned when you just blunder a pawn like this. So here's the king up to e6. Danya, I don't see an immediate checkmating threat, so can black start with the c-pawn push?
Well, I think the simplest approach is rook d6 check and king c7. If black evacuates the king from the 8th rank, all problems are solved. Actually, black is playing for the win there, but I'm really worried because rook d6 and c4 is so tempting. If black gets the king from the 8th rank, I don't see winning chances for white. This is the moment of truth.
Yes, king f7 played, and king c7 is an excellent resource because the white king is in the rook's path. The black king can escape the mating zone, and then, as you said, the black king keeps going forward to b6 and so on. And I don't see how white, maybe done some kind of like rook g7, rook g6 funny business. That would be the one way to try and win.
Of course, there's always ways, always tricks. Just don't go c4 if you're Alicia. Hesitation.
She's shaking. I mean, she is so nervous because the entire Polish match rests on her shoulders. She's about to grab her king, and there it goes to c7.
Man, the inner Karpov comes out 5.5 hours into this game. That was a money move, Robert. The king is out of the danger zone.
Such a good find from the player with the black pieces. All she is trying to do is avoid checkmate and not drop a pawn. And in fact, Danya, maybe black suddenly will have better winning chances than white because you've got everything defended, and that c-pawn can be dangerous.
And as the truism goes, Robert, the best way to ensure a draw, don't play for the draw. Play objective moves. Hey, if white loses, win. You know, don't try to play for a draw and funnel the game artificially into a certain direction. That's exactly how you end up blundering. Alicia is doing everything right, pressing all the right buttons. Can she keep her nerves in check a little longer?
I think the biggest problem, perhaps, for Wątka is she wants to win this game to tie this specific match. But losing this game would be horrible for her team's tiebreaks and fantastic for Poland, which would catch up. So I know, Danya, in the moment, every player thinks about this current match, but you also have to think about the team as a whole. And a draw, while it hands the match to Poland, it also means that you don't drop another half point in the tiebreaks to your closest competitor.
You're absolutely right. You have to find the balance, right? You have to try, exhaust all your resources, but don't do anything foolish just to say that, oh, I tried to win. Don't make a self-destructive move because your opponent's 2,400. So at some point, yeah, you have to have the maturity to collect that extra half point. India will still be leading. And Black's king is leading the defensive attempts by Alicia here. King b6, almost ready to play c4. And if I'm Wątka, I'm thinking about keeping that pawn in check with a move like bishop e6.
It seems like winning attempts are running out for white, and it's black who suddenly could have some chances. So I think you offered a draw there. There, the draw is accepted, and Poland wins the match. That is a huge upset. The team from Poland, they were fierce. They won on the top two boards and held a draw on this pivotal fourth board. Danya, what a performance from this team.
You applaud both players. It's a devastated Vantika Agrawal, obviously so close to winning, and there's the smile, there's the relief from the Polish player. And Robert, the draw for was totally justified. White was out of winning chances. Only black could win once the king got out of the 8th ring. Vantika tried everything she could. She came close. She made her opponent scared. But the Polish team are the heroes of the women's section. Now the field is wide open.
It is indeed, because Poland catches up to India. Poland's tiebreaks will benefit greatly from this head-to-head match victory. And for Vantika Agrawal, I think she did the right thing at that stage. She made a draw instead of losing and making the tiebreak situation worse. So, whew, what action we've had in this round. I mean, we still have more matches remaining. I can't believe I'm saying that. This felt like the game lasted forever. And
I
yet,
know.
Azerbaijan and Italy, they still have one board going.
God, you could not